They ain't what you say you are. Tone it down. And I never said nothing about him until recently because I didn't like that he started talking up that nonsense with Gotti. And listen, I got no personal agenda when he did that and talking bad about Sammy. But if you're about this,
he couldn't shine Sammy Guevara's shoes.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
If you're about religion,
they're not even
right?
the same caliber,
He
man.
forgets the past. If you're about religion, you're honest, number one, and you say.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about Tweedledee and Tweedledum. And they have a lot of cheerleaders out there. And but we're not going to address the cheerleaders because they are irrelevant. You know that if someone's doing better than you, they don't talk bad about the guy that's doing worse than them, right? That's how you know they're full of shit. So, but their problems are not my problem. Mind over matter, remember? I don't mind because they don't matter. Now, let's get into the content. I appreciate everyone that takes the time to watch this show. We've got a lot of funny things to show you guys and the hypocrisy of these idiots. So, let me give some shout outs real quick. Buffalo Bill, what's up, man? How are you? Brooklyn guy, Vinny Bracco, what's up, man? Happy holidays. How are you? John Wayne, Gacy's boyfriend. Sup, Staxx? Perfect timing. I was looking for something. Oh, don't worry. I got something for you. Laura, how are you? I'm doing great tonight. I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier. Things are going in a great direction, and just ignore the trash, right? The trash will take itself out. They always do. People are pretty funny, though. I gotta give them that. They are pretty fucking funny. Idiots. But anyway, we're gonna keep moving in a positive direction. We're gonna keep doing the right thing, and like I said, the trash will take itself out. You'll see. I think all right, so today we're going to talk about these two douchebags. Here's douchebag number one.
A beef is happening right now in the mafia social world, I would say, between you and Sammy Guevara. But before that, Sammy had a lot of respect for you, to be honest. So, and also he called you the perfect gangster. Let's hear it out, what he said.
In contact with my brother Eli. Was in the Gambino family. Very powerful member of the Gambino family.
What's up, Tim? How you doing, man?
He's,
Nico, what's going on, bro?
Albanian mafioso. Told me.
Junior, what's going on? BKC, how are you? Don't forget, I have the BK Bare Knuckle Champion coming on my show tonight. That one's dropping at 11 o'clock, I believe. And it's a really good interview. You guys don't want to miss it. Here's a clip.
Hey, what's up? Christine Faria, 125-pound bare knuckle champion. I'm chatting with Staxx.
she'll beat most of these dudes' asses out there. I'll put money on it.
Okay. I think the world of him. I mean, he's a legitimate tough guy.
You heard Sammy, right? He thinks the world of him. He's a legitimate tough guy.
I think he was put under the wrong people at the time when he was in the Gambino family.
Okay, so he said that he was put under the wrong people. He was with John Gotti Jr., so who was the wrong people? And then he says, I wish he was in my crew. What? What the fuck?
I wish he was part of my crew, but that didn't happen.
We heard that he testified against John Gotti Jr. What was your first thought?
All right, let's hear the bullshit that comes out of Scammy the Bull's mouth.
Not that he was betrayed by John Gotti Jr. And, I mean, he went on the lam, he got in trouble in Brazil, he went to prison, he was betrayed, and that's what happens. An action causes a...
Yeah, I just want to know, have you heard that Johnny maybe assassinated somebody back in time?
That he assassinated people?
That maybe he killed somebody back in time, Johnny Lights?
Fast that way.
Absolutely, yeah. He was a hit guy.
Okay.
He was a professional hit guy. And Eli couldn't get made because he wasn't Italian on his father's end, but he was, to us, he was an Albanian mafioso.
Okay.
With total respect.
No, totally understand.
All right, you heard what he just said, right? You guys all heard what he just said about John Eli. He was a legitimate tough guy. He was a mafioso, Albanian mafioso, and all this bullshit, right? Why does his opinion change pretty fast? All right, here we go. Oh, wait, wrong one. Hold on, we got another one. Here, watch the rest of this one, and then I'll bring another one up.
Remember a little bit, what was his activities back in
Miles,
time?
how are you?
Whose activities?
Johnny Lights?
Well, I think they used him more or less to be a strong arm. He was the muscle to John Gotti Jr.
We are back. Now, John, what do you think made Sammy change opinion about you?
Because I'm not like most guys. I'm not weak. So when he says something that's not, that I don't like or I don't agree with, I'm going to say it.
Mhm.
So I'll say it again. Now, he's a cunt. He's a fucking coward. He's another big mouth that didn't do much. Now, people are going to say, well, he was an underboss, you nobody. So I'm going to tell you, you can ask people or research, what did this man do to get to be to the level of being a made man? So people think because they're a made man that they did something spectacular to get there. Johnny and Gene Show. I'm Johnny A-Light, and this is Gene Borello.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody? My name's Ian Boedo. Got sausages and catcher's mitts for sale. Jean, the sausage queen.
So today we're going to talk about some things that relate to the street and violence. And
What's up,
Gene,
everybody?
I guess you could
I'm
kick it
Gene
off with that.
Boedo.
Right. So, a lot of people always ask us questions and, constantly, there's a lot of people that talk and, give their
They asks us questions, yo. These fucking guys are crazy.
stories and everything like that. But the difference with us is that we like to give facts and we give names and places and where it was done. And
I like to give facts too there, sausage boy. Here, let me give you some facts. Here, you want some more facts? Here, facts from Staxx. Make sure you read them closely, you fucking retard. This look familiar to you there, Genie boy? How about this one? Looks familiar, huh? Because you did it. And now you're going to be going back to prison over a Netflix account. How does that feel, Gene? Well, you can't make this shit up. You can't. So allegedly, Queen Jean sent some threats to his, I don't even know what you would call her. I don't. But he sent some threats over a Netflix account because she cut him off of Netflix. Pretty crazy.
Special episode. This is the big reuniting.
Oh wait, let me get Tardo off the screen. Here, we got this one.
He didn't do any kind of robberies because he went through that on his shows. He did some bullshit like almost kid stuff, the robberies.
Now, this is super gangster. John A. Light talking about Scammy Gravano. Scammy Gravano is the biggest liar and douchebag on the internet. He did not paint these paintings. He is a straight bullshitter, right? But he was the underboss of the Gambino crime family. And you know what you were, John A. Light? You were nothing.
Shot a gun once prior to him becoming a made guy.
You were never going to be a made guy. Never. You're fucking Albanian. They don't even like you. You got your ass beat in a bar by some Albanians because you wanted to be friendly with them. And they told you, get the fuck away from us. We don't like rats. You're like, well, what do you mean? And then they threw your ass in the river or the canal.
And he shot one person out of 19 out of his own mouth. So he shot maybe 2 people. And he lived off that his whole life, and he tells you about how tough he is. He set up murders. If you're that tough, after you cooperated, you wouldn't have hid in Arizona. He loves Brooklyn. He's from Brooklyn, but yet he's hiding in another state under, like I say, like Bin Laden in the mountains. So to me, he's a fucking coward with another big mouth. You know, he's an older guy now. He ain't no tough guy. He can bullshit everybody else. These guys live over reputations of doing 1 or 2 things, and then they con everybody. So they don't sit with me because I'm very straightforward the way I talk.
I am too there, Johnny boy. That's why the offer's there. You want to come on here and defend yourself? I doubt you will, because you know what's coming. They all know what's coming. That's why they don't take me up on my offer, because they know exactly what's coming. They're going to look dumb as hell. And then they got their little cheerleaders in the background. Yeah. It's despicable, all of them.
Because I'm going to talk in detail. Let's talk about what you did. I'm going to ask him. Let's tell us how you got to be a made guy. Tell me what you did to get there. Tell me what.
Is he joking? Is he joking?
How you were a made guy? Did you go out and shoot anybody by yourself? Did you fight 3 guys by yourself? Did you go out and put a bat in your hand by yourself? Did you go do a robbery by yourself? Did you ever do anything without being a coward and shooting somebody in the back of the head with 10 guys by you know, besides that? Because anybody can do that.
Tough guy, fucking A-Light, Aletto. Mr. Elton John A-Light. He changed his name.
Anything particular, we like to keep it, you know, to the facts.
And this is bitch boy on the left. This is humble Gene, kind of. John Aletto is taking the humbleness right out of Gene. He probably did it right after they shut the camera off.
And when I was in the street, you know, I did a lot of the violence myself. You know, I mean, I had other guys. I had a really vicious, violent robbery team. We were labeled a bunch of violent thugs, whatever they call us on the internet. But
whatever they call us on the internet, cuz. You know what he was doing, right? He's not a violent thug on it. He's a fucking degenerate scumbag is what he is. These people have no moral compass at all. None. This is what they were doing in Howard Beach. I'm going to show you. I could show you better than I could tell you. He was selling catcher's mitts. And the catcher's mitts was his lips. Everyone took a turn. I got a good one for you right here. This is what Gene was doing in Howard Beach. Breaking indoors and tying up women. That's all he was doing. He's not a gangster. He wasn't doing no gangster shit. He's a degenerate. And he will always be a fucking degenerate.
Paying for these women?
Yeah.
Paying for these women?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Where are they from again?
You're crazy.
It's fucking see-through. It's like skin. It's just like there. It's fucking see-through. It's like skin. It's just like oh my god.
Where?
Looks like he got caught, huh? No, that's tomorrow's show. Don't mind that one.
I had a pretty violent team, and I was very violent myself, and a lot of the work that we did ourselves. Now, it's not about ordering or planning or who did it or what. It's always different when you're pulling the trigger. It's always different when you actually have to sit on the person. It's always different because unless you're there and you know that feeling about, you know, the nerves, everything that kicks in when you're sitting on someone to shoot them or kill them or hurt them, whatever you're going to do.
The music industry has Def Jam, and Gene will always be known as Door Jam. His favorite band is Three Doors Down because he broke the fourth. Nico, what's going on? He only played the tough guy role when he was with people. He wasn't and still isn't anybody's tough guy. An associate that was robbing nobody's in the mob. 100% correct on that. Uncle Pete, what's going on? What up, people? Yeah, Sausage Lips was a tough guy. Till the teens of Howard Beach threw around Vinny's name like crazy. 100%. Don Chu, how are you? He talks and acts like a lion, is usually just full of air. Listen, when people run their mouth the way these people do, it's painfully obvious that they're losers and they'll never be shit. And their little fanboy bullshit will never be shit either. They're peanut gallery, because that's all they are. What's going on, Mike? Mike Nice, what's going on, bro? Yeah, the SWAT team calls up Gene when they need to break a door down now. That lame FBS is over in his chat complaining about everyone and anyone. He mentioned you like he's so high and mighty. Yeah, every time I come in here, you keep it real and push content. Thank you, man. Yeah, I don't pay attention to people who run their mouth. I don't got no time for it. I just show you guys what the truth is, you know? I don't have to prove nothing to no one. I'm not trying to show you how tough I am at all. That's none of my concern.
It's a lot different than being in the background and, you know, sending someone to do it, which I feel anyone could do that. But
oh, anyone could send someone to do shit? No. You mean you are the manipulated type that will go do shit for people? Anyone can do that. Then how come the bum on the street wasn't sending you off to go do shit, Gene?
You know, at the end of the day, you are still going to wear the same charge. The person sending you will still get the same time as the person doing it. But for me, I always felt like the guy doing the legwork was always more in danger, always more out there and more capable.
This guy fucking stupid. Do you hear this shit? I always thought the guy out there doing the legwork was more in danger and more capable. These people are fucking insane.
So, you know, I wanted to go into some things with Johnny Eli because, you know, Obviously, you know, I want to make this clear to everybody. We're not bragging about what we did, but we try to explain our stories and tell the people what we've been through because it's a part of our life, you know. And I want to get into a particular crime with Johnny Eli, one of his murders. You know, we like to talk about exactly how it happened, how you planned it, you know, the name of the person and where he was killed, because it shows facts and truth of behind what we've done. So a particular murder that I actually, you know of, a man I believe you killed in a bar. You had shot him in his head, I believe.
I shot, well, it depends because I shot a lot of people, obviously, but what I could go through is this. Let me just, for the people that know me or don't know details or don't know exactly what Gene's talking about, I'll tell you about some of the charges I was charged with. And you can ask me about any one of these, I guess. So some of the murders I was charged with,
so you set
the
this up
murder
before
of Georgie Grasso that people heard me talk about before, with me shooting him a couple of times in the head. I was charged with the Johnny Gebbett murder, where I ordered guys from prison when I was in prison to hit him the first week I was locked up. I also talked about the Bruce Goddard Up murder, that I ordered him and Latin King and Burke.
Also,
King
make it clear to everyone, how many people did you physically kill yourself?
All right. Okay. That's a fair question, right? How many people did you physically kill yourself, Mr. A Liar? Now let's hear his response.
I'm involved in, and I'll get into it today because I'm going to be more specific. I've been involved in about 15 homicides.
Right.
That's not what your indictment says there, Johnny boy.
Right.
So, you know, people ask me, and that's why I want to get into specifics. Ricky Stratton was the fourth guy that was also killed.
Right.
He was also killed, not by you. I got a question for you, Queen Jean. How many doors exactly have you broke down? How many?
Warn you, but I'm gonna fix it. I did this to the warn you, but I'm gonna fix it. I pushed the door in. 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 I did this to the door. Yes, I pushed the door in.
And his car is on file here.
Yours. But I'm gonna fix it. But I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it.
So if I get charged for this,
You're not being charged. You're not being charged. You're not being charged. You're not being charged.
I'm suing one taking paying for these women?
Yeah.
Paying for these women?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where are they from again?
You're crazy.
It's fucking see-through. It's like skin. It's just like there. It's fucking see-through. It's like skin. It's just like oh my god!
Where? Paying for these women?
Yeah.
How many doors, Gene? How many doors have you kicked in?
He died a month after he was shot in the head by me. And one of the guys that went along on that was Larry Cuccarelli, who's dead. He was one of the guys in the car.
Benny, thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Alive, and
I really appreciate that, man. I agree. How many times does Lips and Stevie Wonder A-Light have to say how violent they were? Listen, everyone's capable, right? Every single person in this chat is capable of killing somebody. Everyone is. Anyone can do violence to another person. Doesn't take brains or any of that shit to do that. None whatsoever. You know what does take balls? Changing your life and not using violence on people. And being a positive role model for people so that they can have a chance at freedom and experience life the way somebody that's sober experiences life. And that's my goal. Thank you so much for that, Benny. I really appreciate it. So we got the toy drive going. If anyone wants to donate towards the toy drive, just hit up the Cash App. It's Chattin with Staxx, or you can hit up Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chats, all that shit. And I appreciate every single person that takes the time to donate or watch this show. Every single dollar counts. We're going to do some good things for the people in the shelter this year. But really, every single person in this chat is capable of violence. Like, that doesn't make you a gangster. Look at the woman who went into the Bristol Police Department, shot up the Bristol Police Department lobby. Is she a gangster? No. She was a drunk idiot that went in there and shot up the police station. She's very capable. Neither one of you guys were capable of being a made man. At no point of your criminal career were they going to accept you with open arms into the Bagada.
Obviously, they know who was with me in that car. I was involved in a shooting at TT. I shot him in the head who lived. I was involved in a double homicide with Frankie Burke in Brooklyn.
Listen to him close, people. A 3-year-old can pull the trigger. You got that right, Tim. Listen to this. So he's going to explain. You're going to hear him explain all this violence that he committed, right? Listen to him close, because he says, a baseball batted this guy to death, but he survived. Listen close. It's fucking funny.
Both of those guys are dead. I was involved in a double shooting with Angelo Castelli, was actually the shooter, and Joey Danka with me. Frankie Burke shows up later on and meets us.
Frankie Burke never had nothing to do with you, John. Just stop. Just like you were involved with the Castellano hit, right? Fucking liar. He's not even Italian. Not even a little bit. Albanian blood, yo. They don't even want you, Johnny boy. Shout out to Big Boy Blue.
I believe he killed the one guy in that. He's the shooter. I was involved in a shooting with Johnny Gebbett where I'm the driver of 4 Jamaicans. I'm not sure how many guys died on that shooting. He's the shooter, I'm the driver. I'm involved in at least a double homicide on my property when 5 guys came to kill me.
Yeah, wait,
involved in cleaning
hold
up
on.
that property.
Hold on. Okay, he's involved. He killed 2 guys on his property, right? There's no evidence of this ever happening. And if there was, he'd be in prison for it. That wasn't in his cooperation agreement, none of that. So you're telling me that he's able to come on here and talk about murders that he committed, but they're just going to overlook those ones? Oh, no, that's all right. That's okay.
With Angelo Castelli was actually the shooter, and Joey Danka with me. Frankie Burke shows up later on and meets us. I believe he killed the one guy in that. He's the shooter. I was involved in a shooting with Johnny Gebbett where I'm the driver of 4 Jamaicans. I'm not sure how many guys died on that shooting. He's the shooter, I'm the driver. I'm involved in at least a double homicide on my property when 5 guys came to kill me. Guys that were involved in cleaning up that property made statements. Dino Finelli, one of them. Danny Morrow also made statements on, was involved somewhere in.
Oh, but they just let those murders go, huh? Here's John A. Light has a new action figure. It's right here. If you guys want one, just hit me up and I'll make it happen for you. Okay? This is Sammy the Bull and John A. Light and Barillo's new action figure. Look, it's even got a tail.
Murder. These are regular guys that were involved.
And you were going to kill that douchebag Vito Guzzo, right?
I had Vito Guzzo shot by your cousin 6 times. He ends up living.
Right.
I also had.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Shut the fuck up, Gene. Queen Gene.
Shot Mike Lavigny in the chest that people are very aware of. Shot a guy off 75th Street, Jamaica Avenue in the back for robbing my brother.
Liar. Thank you so much for that, Mike. I appreciate it. Damn, everyone wants to hit me up at the same time.
I'm not sure what his status was afterwards. I shot my cousin, Nicky Pasquale. I shot Paul G. I shot a bouncer at the swim club for beating up Johnny Boy Ruggiero. I shot a bouncer with Johnny Boy Ruggiero, drove for me out in the Hamptons for beating up John Koenig's son.
I can't stand A-Light, but he was running wild in the neighborhood. He names names. Listen, man. So you believe that he shot and killed 15 people, Thomas? Is that what you're telling me? Definitely not. 100% he did not shoot and kill 15 people. That's what he just said. He said he shot and killed 15 people. He wasn't a maniac. He's an idiot. Total idiot. He told on someone to try to get out of trouble. He didn't kill nobody.
I shot at the bulkhead, Sal Noto's brother-in-law, inside the bulkhead for beating up Joe O'Kane and saying he was going to kill him. I shot one of his friends, I believe it was his friend, in the chest outside the bulkhead. I shot 4 guys at Kickers.
Listen, if you guys add up, no, not 15. I believe it's Tommy Staxx. Listen, man, that's what he said. He said it right out of his own mouth. He killed 15 people. Gene asked him in the beginning of this interview, how many people did you shoot and kill? How many people did you kill with your own hands? He goes, oh, I'm going to get into that, but about 15. Here, let me rewind it for you in case you missed
It's not about ordering or planning or who did it or what. It's always different when you're pulling the trigger. It's always different when you actually have to sit on the person. It's always different because unless you're there and you know that feeling about, you know, the nerves, everything that kicks in when you're sitting on someone to shoot them or kill them or hurt them, whatever you're going to do. It's a lot different than being in the background and, you know, sending someone to do it, which I feel anyone could do that. But, you know, at the end of the day, you are still going to wear the same charge. The
All right, listen close.
person sending you will still get the same time as the person doing it. But for me, I always felt like the guy doing the legwork was always more in danger, always more out there. And
Real bright, Gene. You thought the guy doing the work was in more danger and more out there because he was, you fucking idiot.
more capable. So, you know, I wanted to go into some things with Johnny Eli because, you know, obviously, you know, and I want to make this clear to everybody. We're not.
You were a gopher, Gino. I sent you a message today on Facebook. Yeah, I remember.
Bragging about what we did, but we try to explain our stories and tell the people what we've been through because it's a part of our life, you know. And I want to get into a particular crime with Johnny Eli, one of his murders. You know, we like to talk about exactly how it happened, how you planned it, you know, the name of the person and where he was killed, because it shows facts and truth of behind what we've done. So a particular murder that I actually, you know of, a man I believe you killed in a bar. You had shot him in his head, I believe.
I shot, well, it depends because I shot a lot of people, obviously, but what I could go through is this. Let me just, for the people that know me or don't know details or don't know exactly what Gene's talking about, I'll tell you about some of the charges I was charged with. And you can ask me about any one of these, I guess. So some of the murders I was charged with
2. He was charged with 2 murders. I believe one was a conspiracy, but I'm gonna dig deep into his criminal record.
the murder of Georgie Grasso that people.
Of course, Georgie Grasso. How could we forget, John? You got his name tattooed on your fucking chest. You might as well.
People heard me talk about before, with me shooting him a couple of times in the head. I was charged with the Johnny Gebbett murder, where I ordered guys from prison when I was in prison to hit him the first week I was locked up. I also talked about the Bruce Goddard Up murder, that I ordered him and Latin King and Burke.
Also,
King
make it clear to everyone, how many people did you physically kill yourself?
Okay, he asked the question right now. Listen to his response. Listen close.
I'm involved in, and I'll get into it today because I'm going to be more specific. I've been involved in about 15 homicides.
Right.
15 homicides. You'd be in prison still. I don't care how much cooperation agreement you had. You're not Sammy the Bull.
Batted the Ricky Nicosia brother-in-law on 79th Street. Actually, Gotti Jr. was with me on that. One of the rare ones where he actually did come and do something. And me and my brother batted and piped the guy off Cooper Road and Route 73 after he jumped out of the car to bat us. And we took the bat off him, and I'm not sure how bad he was. He was left for dead, too. Here's one of the things, and you know, when I was in Brazil, guys, and I didn't get into the guys in Brazil that...
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I totally forgot. He pulled a knife out of his ass and killed 2 guards, right? And they let him walk after that. Yep. They let him walk right out of the prison because they're not going to retaliate because he's an American. He's got more power than them, right? This fucking guy is delusional, man.
I stabbed up or killed in the pen. There's guys that we're filming on it. So the guys that were with me from other countries are filming about it now, what I did there. But the thing is, it's for the people that think it's easy to order these things than to do these things, right? And you hear both sides. You know, I planned a lot of these murders, obviously. I didn't, you know, shoot everybody and kill everybody. But on most of them, I'd say 85% of them, I was the guy doing the work. Now, did I order some? Yeah. Did I set them up? Yes. Is it the same thing as the guys that are going there and doing the work? Obviously not. You know, when I'm getting down doing the work, there's a lot of planning, and there's a lot of things to do things correctly if you're on the street. And, you know, planning it and sitting at home and smoking my cigar while or sitting in a penitentiary in jail while my cousin hit Gebbit for me isn't the same thing as me, you know, tracking, let's use Ricky Stratton, so we're going to go into a shooting. And when these guys, by the way, are all 4 brother-in-laws, whether they're related directly or through another brother-in-law, they're all brother-in-laws. And they plotted on killing me. And obviously, I killed all 4 of them. 2, I was the shooter, 2 of them I wasn't. There's a big difference of me being the shooter on 2 than me not being the shooter on 2. Now, I have some loyalty. I had a ton of guys that work for me.
He did. He planned the Castellano hit. He planned the Kennedy hit. The Pope. He set it up for Ramundi. Who the fuck knows? This guy is the fucking Rambo of the mafia. He is. He's the Rambo of the mafia. He cannot be beat. Pure entertainment, ladies and gentlemen.
And work with me. So it wasn't easy for me to grab guys. It was very easy for me to grab guys in any state, whether it was in Philadelphia with Ronnie Turch, whose father was a concierge, was a good friend of mine who ends up dead. But I'm going to go into the Ricky Stratton hit.
Oh, just like you were going to take out Merlino, right? Right, A-Light? I forgot. A-Light single-handedly took over the Philadelphia mob, and he had a hit on Joey Merlino. Did you know that? Oh, yeah. It says it on Wikipedia. Did you know you could change your own Wikipedia? Did you know that? That's what he did. 100%. It's fucking crazy.
These guys, his brother is, and I hate bringing these stories up because his brother, Michael, was a guy that's 16 years old that went away for murder. He's one of the guys that actually was my childhood friend, later on became on the opposite side of me. And then when I straightened out my life, he's one of the guys that really helped me get my life back together.
You mean when you cooperated and turned into a rat?
So this isn't about talking about hitting his brother or anybody else. It's talking about the treachery of that life and the understanding on what we lived. And it's very hard for outsiders to understand. Like when I'm talking about shooting after shooting, I shot a guy, Manny, in Ridgewood after he tried to rob my friend Joe Galliano's factory and shake the father down. So Joe was my driver, and we ran up on him on a full block. The hydrants were running back in those days. Kids, it was a beautiful sunny day. and I unloaded on him. So this is every day for us. This wasn't, you know, one shot. I ran into a guy just last week when we were at dinner in Long Island at Peter Luger's, who discussed another shooting I did in Long Island that I forgot about.
believe that.
So, you know, this is because I did so many.
Sorry, guys.
It's not possible to remember every single one until somebody brings it back up to you.
Right.
So Ricky Stratton, they plotted in, they were on Jamaica Avenue up in the park on 102nd Street, him and 5 guys, and they were all.
Were 2 of them black guys? A-Light? Were 2 of the guys black guys? Did they have baseball bats too? Did they call a ambulance after you hit them with the bat, John?
all meeting on, plotting on how they're going to hit me. I was tipped by actually one of the guy's brothers that they were loaded up and they were coming down to Jamaica Avenue, try to find me and hit me on the street.
He gave you a tip, all right, Johnny boy.
Because I used to do my rounds of collecting. When I found that out, I laid low for 2 days. I put a couple guys together. I waited by an apartment building on Park Lane South, and I think that's Myrtle Avenue where it crosses. And I know where they live, and you have to be patient. I grabbed a couple pistols. I grabbed 3 guys with me.
Look at Genie Boy getting antsy over here. He's fucking drank too much Red Bull. His fucking ADD medicine's wearing off. Look at him.
Larry was one of them, and
fucker can't even pay attention.
We waited about, I guess, 3-4 hours. We sat there, and finally he came out. He jumped in a car, and we tailed him. I told him, make sure you lay a car or 2 behind him, and which we did. We followed him for a while, and on the Interborough Parkway, the Jackie Robinson Parkway, when I told him make a move on it, you know, it's a very.
Here's Gene's crew. He's pulling up. Get in. Get on, Gene.
very winding road, so it's not easy for a car to move quickly on there. I told him get in the left lane, and as soon as we go around this next bend, going towards Eastern Parkway, I want you to cut him off where he can't go anywhere, slow him down, and I'm going to get out and pop him, which I did. Pulled alongside him, and I shot him 3-4 times. I hit him in the head, I believe once in the shoulder, I believe the second bullet. And my driver of that car kind of panicked because I wanted him to stop so I could finish and get out. And about a month later, Ricky ends up dying in a hospital. So these are real hits. These are real names. Ricky was a tough guy.
Real fake.
And, you know, we know each other since we're kids. The rest of the guys that I hit one after another, whether I did it directly or had somebody else hit, is part of the work that I was told to put in by John Gotti Sr.
Liar. He never had any dealings with John Gotti Sr. He never got orders from John Gotti Sr. Sr. did not talk about crime with A-Light. It never happened. So for any of you people that believe this bullshit from this guy, you need to get your head examined. He is not what you think he is. Not at all. And we're going to prove it. Don't worry. We're going to prove it. Hey, it might debunk what I'm saying, right? Because if I find otherwise, I'm going to let you know. Oh, wait, we just found some proof. Watch out. Hold on, I'm getting it. Pulling it up now. All right, we got proof of what Gene did in Howard Beach. This is what Gene did. He broke doors down and tied women up. Turned into a rat because he couldn't handle jail. Here's the proof of A-Light. Yup. A-Light was there. See, he's right there. He was one of the detectives who was investigating the case. He planned the whole fucking thing with Sammy. I believe him now. There's proof. You can't make this shit up, man. Really, you can't. They make my job way too fucking easy.
Louis DeBona was one of my hits. that I was involved with planning and killing. Frankie Geeky, who's Anthony Rouge was involved in killing for putting his hands on
My Aunt Jenny.
your Aunt Jenny, and also pulling a machine gun on Jojo Carrazzo at Butterfingers. So these are the hits that, you know, I was ordered to organize and get involved with in killing these guys. So, you know, a lot of these hits.
I don't know who that is, Buffalo Bill, nor do I care.
It's all right, hands-on for me. Some of them were me plotting
Thomas,
and putting
what's
teams
up?
together like I did with Vito Guzzo with your cousin, who ends up getting killed because he didn't finish the job. So, you know, when people are talking about shootings and murders and battings and knifings and, you know, I did it all. This was what I did for a living. So when I hear about a name and somebody's impressed by somebody's name or whatever they heard out in the street, it doesn't impress me. This is what I did for a living. Just like I have always said, Mike Tyson got in the ring. He didn't care who he was getting in the ring with. You get in the ring, that's his job. And he goes to business.
You got to explain that, because when we're street guys, we feel like that are hands-on guys. We're capable of what the next man is capable of. So when you talk about a guy that's killing people, I mean, it doesn't take much. If you're in that lifestyle and you're doing those kind of crimes, we don't care how many people he killed or what he did. We could do the same thing. You know what I mean? So that's what we're trying to explain when you glorify some of these people about, oh, well, Tommy Karate was the biggest hitman ever. That is.
Listen to fucking douchebag talk. Like, do you hear this guy? Like, Tommy Karate took his time and went to prison, still in prison for the rest of his life. You told. And now you're out beating women and you think you're a gangster. You want to prove how gangster you are to everyone. You are not a gangster, Gene. You're a fucking misfit, miscreant, scumbag. And you'll always be that. You will never be anything other than. And you're not a man. If you were a man, you would have did something to me by now. I'll be in Florida in the spring. I'm going to give you air and opportunity, Gene. Don't disappoint me.
Even close to true. He killed 5 people, and one of them was a harmless woman and walking around with her head. That's not no mafia crimes, man. I mean, so these people got to really reevaluate what you're talking about and saying and glorifying, you know, the things you're glorifying. We could sit here and talk about crimes all day. It doesn't make you, you know, this big, bad macho man. We're trying to explain to people, well, this is what we did, and it's not good. So glorifying.
Yeah, this dude's got some funny ass videos. Go check out MobTube memes. He's got some hilarious videos. He like whacked the Albert Anastasia. Damn right.
The guy that killed a woman and chopped her head off. I mean, I don't see how that's even a mafia hit or anything to do with La Cosa Nostra, if you want to get into those terms. So
well, when I'm talking about,
you're not involved, Gene. You weren't involved. You never were involved. You never would be involved. They made you do shit. Low-level shit. You didn't kill anybody, Gene.
Murder. These are real lives we're talking about. Dennis Pittman was a good friend of mine. He worked with me. He's dead. His brother, Kevin Pittman, also in jail with Frankie Burke. He's dead. Frankie Burke, my really good friend, shot in the head 5 times. He's dead. Tito, the guy that shot him, was shot in retribution 10 times. He's dead. And
let me guess, you did it, right? Right before you killed Georgie Grasso.
Angelo Costelli, my other good friend that was involved in the other shooting with me on 111th Street, he was the shooter. He got killed in front of the White Horse, shot 3 or 4 times in the neck, the back, the head. He's dead. Mikey Merlo got shot with a shotgun in front of the White Horse. He's dead.
He's talking about all these murders that were committed, not by him. That's what he's doing. He's just talking about murders that happened in the neighborhood, not by him. And he's trying to allude to the fact that he did this shit. It's insane. Insane.
So my cousin Patsy, the father, he shot in the head twice, in the face, in his apartment. He's dead.
So why are you mentioning that? Did you have something to do with that one, John?
These are Fat Angelo. He's dead. You know.
He died from cancer. You know, I gave him cancer. So he's dead.
So when people are asking me about guys that grew up with me. Stephen Bonner, he's dead. You know, one after another, I could go through these names, and that was the reality of my life. And the reality of my life now is
oh, Dick Lips is getting antsy.
Saving some of these kids and talking as really as honest as I can. And I don't like that I watch other people talking about this stuff and never specific. And, you know, and I'm asking them to be specific because I want to see, and I want the public and I want the kids to understand. Follow me because I'm the one that was really doing this.
Hey, John, I got a fucking question for you there, Johnny boy. Come on here, right? Come on this screen. I'll come on your show if you want. And so I'm not taking all the views from you because I know how much you love that. So I'll come on your show and we'll just have a conversation, okay? And you could explain to me all these murders you committed, just like you did to Gene, okay? And we'll see if it goes the same way that it did with you and Gene. Because I know you're a master manipulator and you beat around the bush, but you ain't going to do that to me. So the offer's there whenever you're ready, a liar. I'll meet you in New York. Come on the screen, whatever you want to do. No one's afraid of any of you. You want people to be, but that will never happen.
I'm really killing and shooting and stabbing and batting and also getting shot and stabbed up and batted.
That's why you kids need to follow me, because I'm the real guy who's really doing it.
So just follow me because I'm keeping it as real as possible with you.
I'm going to show you something. You guys are going to fucking die laughing when you see this one. Hold on. Oh, man. This is too funny. You're really going to laugh when you see this one, people. This is good. It goes with what he's talking about right now. Really good. It goes perfectly. All right. Got that. Here, let's play a minute of this and then I'll show you. Oh, man. I hate to do this to you guys. You leave me no choice.
I just said I'm willing to answer any question anybody wants about every one of these homicides by name I'm talking about. And
okay, so the opportunity's here. I want some answers, okay? So I'm asking you to come on and answer my questions. And I want to hear the facts, okay? I'll buy a baseball bat or a butcher knife from you if that's what it takes, all right? And then you can leave Sugar Lips there down in Florida. And we'll have our debate and we'll see if you could spit the facts out. I guarantee you won't. 100% you won't. Here we go. This is too much. All right, you guys ready for this?
my location. And on certain instances, I'll bring up who was with me if they're covered with it. If they're not covered with it, I'm not going to bring it up. You know, the reality is that's what my life was. I was John Gotti, and I'm talking about the father who I respected at one time. I was his guy to do this kind of work. This is what I did day and night. And that list can go on, especially with battens and knivings. And when guys like Ronnie One-Arm goes in open court and says, I'm a captain in the Gambino family, but I'm afraid of Johnny Halite. He'll kill me if I'm not nice to him. That just says what it has to. You know, it doesn't have to say more than that. The reality is these guys, you know, they knew better to get in my way. And he says I'm Gotti's drug partner. Actually, I was, but he's got the wrong person. I was the father's drug partner, not the son's. Yeah. The son was involved with me, but that money.
He was never involved with the father. Once again, he was not doing business with Senior. It wasn't happening. Senior was not talking about crime with this fucking guy. I'm going to show you exactly what was going on with Eli, okay? Here we go. He was sleeping over. They were having sleepovers. This is what is in John Alight's head. This is what he wants you to believe. But this is reality. This right here. They had sleepovers. That's it. That's it. He was never John Gotti Sr.'s guy. He never did anything like that. He had sleepovers. That's it.
Money that I was handing him went upstairs to the father. I don't know how much he kept. Didn't matter to me. I mean, what I had to do was, and trust me, and anybody that understands the mall world.
He just said that he gave all his money over to Senior. It didn't matter how much he gave to me, you know? It didn't matter. I just did whatever. Before or after the sleepover. Before or after the sleepover. Did you give him all your money before you went over there or when you were leaving? Because this is what you want people to think. And then this was reality, Johnny boy. Oh, wait, there's proof. Oh, wait, you were there. Look. I'm surprised he's not saying he committed the murders himself.
If I wasn't running around for the father, I would have been killed too. You don't get away with doing everything I was doing and not having his blessings on what I'm doing. So obviously, when I shoot Mike Lavigny in the chest, John knew about it, and I'm talking about the father. He was across the street, actually, for people at the gas station with Bobby the Jew making a phone call when I did that shooting. And he waved at me, said hello, and I took off for Puerto Rico after that. So people that want to know, you know, who I am, what I am.
Aaron, what's up? Nico,
when
what's
I'm
going
talking
on?
to these kids, because just 2 days ago,
A-Light invented the microwave. I believe it. A-Light made Walt Disney before the books were closed. He was made by Walt Disney. He wanted a monopoly on rats. Hey, they have a new action figure. It's right here. If anyone wants one, just let me know and I'll hook you up. John A-Light action figure. Sammy Gravano and John A-Light action figure right here. And they even got wheels on the bottom. They even can go in a white Porsche and brrr, right out of Howard Beach. Brrr.
29-year-old, my friend's son just passed away, another kid.
Another kid. He just passed away, but I'm going to take credit for him. That's another murder I committed. Do you hear this fucking guy? He just said one of his friends' sons passed away, and he's trying to like take credit as that's one of his murders. Listen.
When I did that shooting, and he waved at me, said hello, and I took off for Puerto Rico after that. So people that want to know, you know, who I am, what I am, and when I'm talking to these kids, because just 2 days ago, 29-year-old, my friend's son just passed away, another kid. And this is why I'm very serious about what I do and how I talk about, you know, about the locations and who I'm shooting and who I'm stabbing. And when
no one gives a fuck. No one cares. You don't impress anybody with your violence from your past. No one cares. Most of the stuff he says, he's full of shit. Full of shit. I believe there was some violence in his past. Minimal. Not like he's saying. He's going around baseball batting everyone and shooting everyone and stabbing all these people. And he never got in trouble for any of it. He just kept going on. And he was around Gotti's. Now try to put this in your head, right? Try to compartmentalize all this shit, right? Gotti Sr. is dealing with Paul Castellano and the hit over there. He's dealing with the Gambino family. And in between all of that, John Alec wants you to believe that he's hanging out with Senior and he's going out shooting all these people, stabbing all these people, and he's just coming right back and they're just doing business. Business as usual. All right, I'm going to go shoot and kill someone. I'll be right back. So he's doing all this shit and he comes back and he's with John Sr. this whole time. Do you really expect me to believe this shit? Yes. Yes, I do.
Challenging me and typing away on computers constantly with me.
Kathleen, how are
I
you?
lose my temper a little bit. I can't lie to you guys.
You lose your temper because you know you're getting caught in a lie. That's why you lose your temper. Listen, if people aren't speaking the truth, then you don't care. I don't care. When people run their mouth, I don't care. It means nothing. When they speak lies, it's irrelevant. That's why I don't address them. Because they're talking bullshit. It doesn't bother me if it's bullshit. This guy lets everything bother him because he knows the truth fucking hurts. And that's the facts.
Then I check my ego and I put it back down. And
I think you need to keep checking it there, homie. Happy holidays, Kathleen. Thank you for joining me today. Mickey Griggs, what's up, man? Thank you for exposing this punk. Listen, there's a lot of them on the internet, and I can only get to a certain few. But the only ones I deem kind of worthy are going to get exposed. The other ones are going to flap in the breeze and wish I talked about them. And it's never going to happen. So, Bobo Camp, how are you, man? Good evening, Mr. Staxx. What are these two girls talking about? Well, they're talking about having fun. They're talking about their favorite pastime, which is baseball battings and stabbings.
and I know my inner strength is really the real strength, not the stuff I used to do.
So why is it relevant there, Johnny boy? Why is any of this shit relevant?
You know, I'm trying to be, to give you young guys a schooling on what's important in life. And hurting and killing guys isn't the important thing. It's the important thing is, and I hope this doesn't get lost, when I bring up Michael Stratton, that's the guy, somebody who has the strength to say the past is the past. John, if you continue in a good way, I forgive you. Just do the right thing for kids. So that's kind of where I stand. And I don't respect a lot of these guys telling stories who are not specific at all, because let them tell them what I did and what I went through, and I'll respect them because I don't care about anybody's title. So anybody.
Is this a face that looks like that I give a fuck? These fucking girls are crazy. I like. No, look. Crazy. They're crazy. Why do you torture my life? You fucking lunatic.
To the door.
I did this to the door. I pushed the door in.
You're a dirty hoe. That's what you are. Look, tell everybody how you fucked 100 guys. Tell everybody that on YouTube. Tell everybody that. Tell everybody you fucked your neighbor. Matter of fact, let me go talk to Andrew.
See, like Gene the Sausage Queen, he gets mad when I play these videos. You want to know why? Because the truth hurts, don't it, Gene? Yeah, it does. But we're not going to stop. We're just getting started.
I know we have, I can't really get in touch with you, so the bullshit we going through is fucking stupid ass fighting.
You want to play games? I'm stabbing every single one of them. Let him come up here. Go. Watch.
Ruffin, come back. And then he goes and gets her name tattooed. Real fucking, wow, such an American love story.
knows I could give a fuck about anybody's title. It doesn't impress me. Not when I was on the street before, not today, not ever. I just, you know, it's like anything else. You want to be that guy, get in the ring. Dylan Danis, guys that know who he is, fighter, is a man's man. And I just wrote something to him the other day about it, and he knows what I wrote him. He's a gentleman. And that.
You guys are not men. People have called you out to box your ass. You won't even fucking do that. Neither one of you. Neither one of you will get in a ring with anyone. I've never seen you fight not one person. Genie Boy, he has a pretty long rap sheet when it comes to assaulting women, but none on guys. None. Not even one. So, can you explain that to me? This is the most recent arrest, and I believe there's another one coming down the pipe. Ain't that right, Genie Boy? Here's a request for Gene to leave his scrubby hotel room that he can't afford. Mr. Baller, right? You got all these fucking fancy clothes, but you can't afford a hotel room, Gene? Come on.
I'm talking about positive influences, positive people for children, positive people that are talking about the right thing. Fat Man Scoop, any of these guys I'm talking about, those are the guys I respect. And then, you know, people say, why you always throwing shout outs to these kind of guys? Because these kind of guys live a good life, they're intelligent, and their message is so positive.
And yours isn't. You are trash, A-Light. You are steering kids in the wrong direction. You're trying to, like, I don't know if it's an intimidation tactic you're using or trying to get these kids to idolize you from all this violence you allegedly committed. But whoever hangs around you is going to catch rat fleas. 100%. Look what you did to your boyfriend, Jean, Queen Jean there. Real good role model.
Not this negative shit that everybody wants to know about my past, but I guess it's part of it for me to get the message to everybody that wants this message about the street and the reality. Because it's very easy for me to sit here and get 10 young kids to do anything I want, because they'll do anything I want. In any country, by the way. So,
do you hear this fucking guy? So now he's telling people that he's got, 10 young kids that will do whatever he wants. What the fuck? Does that make you tough? Chad's doing better. Shout out to Chad Marks. Go check out Blood on the Razor Wire. Phil, what's going on? Philly Phil in the house. We got a lot of people in there. We got almost 70 in the building. Thank you all for joining me, man. I really appreciate all of you. Boot Lip Gene. He like killed Lincoln. Yeah, I think he did. Gene with his bitch voice. I'll fix the door. I'll fix it for you. You want to see that one again? Hold on.
You, so I'm gonna fix it. I did this to the door. You, so I'm gonna fix it. I pushed the door in. 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 I did this to the door. Yes, I pushed the door in.
And his card is on file.
Yours. So I'm gonna fix it. So I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it.
So if I get charged for this,
You're not being charged. You're not being charged. You're not being charged. You're not being charged.
I'm the one I'm taking you. Word.
Big gangster, big tough gangster, right?
you know, I got the power to go to Germany, to Switzerland, to Albania, to London, and I got kids and guys all over the world asking me, you want me to take care of somebody that's got a big mouth? That
I got a big mouth, A-Light. Take care of me. Fucking coward.
No way. And, you know, it's very tempting sometimes, and I always make that pass because I got a different life now.
Yeah, make that pass. Because you're a coward. You won't confront me on a screen, right? I want to see you do it.
Little fucking midget mafia, Johnny Molino got something to say about me. Joey, you're 4'2". I see you in Tampa, I'll slap you around. Okay, you're the boss of 3 guys, the Philadelphia Mafia. If you ask me to be a member in your family, I'd rather be a Latin king. Okay?
Those are the type of guys you influence. I don't believe you, A-Light. You don't have any influence. You don't got no shooters that are going to do shit for you. Listen, I'll be in New York City next weekend. I'll be in the Bronx. I'll be in Brooklyn. I'll let you know, and you can get your shooters to come hit me up, okay? I don't fucking believe you.
Save lives. All right.
Right. And, you know, for the modern time, it's like, you know, and I'll admit it, you know, I was a sucker because, you know, I took care of everybody's dirty work. You know, I thought I was doing the right thing, you know.
Oh, now you think you're a sucker? Now you think you're a sucker, Gene. Gene, you've been a sucker your whole fucking life. You'll never be anything other than. Free Ruffin, 100%. I'm sending you a donation. The show is fucking great. Thank you, Nico. I appreciate that.
Whenever somebody needs something done, I would take care of it for them. I mean, I had so many people coming to me to help them with things, crimes, trying to pay me to hurt people. I would do it for free. You know, I could go on.
I would do it for free.
To things and for days, like he said, you know, I don't know, you know, not into as much as he had.
How much did you charge to fix the door?
I'm gonna fix it. I did this.
How much did you charge for that?
I'm gonna fix it. I did this to the door. I'm gonna fix it.
He's got his own handyman business, folks.
I'm gonna fix it. I did this to the door. I'm gonna fix it.
And his sausage factory, his new sausage truck, his promotion is all written all over his face. He's got Queen Jean sausage machine. Fucking catcher mitt mouth. Don't lock your doors, because Gene will bust right through them. Coming to a house near you. Guard your purse.
You know, but I had a lot. And I just want to say it's not even worth it at the end of the day. We're trying to show you that, like, you're listening to people talk and they're doing it to make the status. Oh, I was the boss. I was this. You were the boss. You didn't get your hands dirty. You know, we're the guys that were getting our hands dirty. You know, we're the ones that were actually doing the grind work.
I know a bunch of people out there, Bobo Camp. I'll be with a whole bunch of different people, but I'll let you know when I'm out there. 100%.
The one sitting on you, waiting for you to come out your house for 2 days. I slept in my car.
You'll be in Arthur Avenue in Brooklyn, Avenue U. I'll be all over the place. Just like Johnny Boy's murder career. I'm gonna be all over the fucking place.
One time waiting for a guy to come outside so I could get him. You know, guys weren't doing that. They were sitting home in their mansions. You know what I mean? So, like...
They were sitting home in their mansions while Gene is running around tying up women for them and stealing money. And they're sitting home in their mansions. And Gene says that they're not tough guys. The guys that made him go do the shit, who are sitting in prison right now, aren't the tough guys. He's saying he's the tough guy. Listen, these guys are getting out of prison very soon, and we're going to see how tough Genie Boy is.
Like I said, was I a sucker? I was. Was I devoted? I was. You know, I would do anything they told me to do. You know, and I took care of everybody's dirty work.
Until what? Until you went to prison. Then you change your fucking mind. I don't want to be part of this. Mom, please. Please help me out of prison. Please beg the judge, Mom. Crazy, man. Despicable human beings.
Because if I didn't do it, nobody would do it. You know, so I felt like I had to do it because nobody was getting anything done in my time. In his era, you know, there was a lot of guys that were capable. In my era, there wasn't too many capable guys. So that's all. Like I said, what we're trying to tell you is just we're not trying to glorify what we've done, but we're trying to explain to you, listen to us.
Listen to them. Make sure you guys listen to them.
Fixing you, but I'm gonna fix it. I did this to the door. You, but I'm gonna.
Make sure you listen to
Paying
that.
for these women?
Yeah.
Paying for these women?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Where are they from again?
You're crazy.
It's fucking see-through. It's like skin. It's like, it's just like, there. Fucking see-through. It's like.
Yeah, listen to them. Real good role models.
It's not worth it. The end story is the same game. So that's all I have.
For this guy that's driving me nuts that writes on YouTube about me wearing glasses, I purposely took them off today, especially because of what I'm talking about. These lights kill me. So whoever you are that you keep writing, you're driving me crazy with the glass thing.
No way.
I have epilepsy, so I'm going to put the lights in
He
my
actually
glasses.
said thank you for not wearing them the last time.
Oh, he's driving me
with
crazy.
a guess. He said you don't want us to wear it with a guess. We
I
understand
don't know
what he
why.
said.
It's like me telling him what kind
You know
of
what-
pants to
you know
wear.
what I wanted to ask you though, real quick? Do you ever use a high-powered weapon and you never used it before? Like, you know.
You ever use a high-powered weapon there, Johnny? Huh? You ever use a high-powered weapon and you never used it before? And it's got that kick, you know, that kick. Am I in the fucking Twilight Zone? Am I? Like, is this real? What the fuck is he talking about?
You jumped to a high-powered weapon and you didn't realize how powerful it was and you messed the whole thing up, the hit, everything.
Let's hear your story, Genie boy.
I've done that before.
Oh, your lips got in the way? You got your lips caught in the slide in the fucking clip?
I mean, listen, for the guys that are out, if you went into I had a cedar closet made, and I had a dummy wall, and behind it, I had.
Oh, yeah, like John Wick, right? Oh, yeah, you went into your closet, you pressed the button, and the fucking wall moved, and all these guns were on display. Is that what you mean? Just like the movie, right?
9mm machine guns. I had some homemade silencers. I had, handguns, 32s and 38s. I was big with 32 and 38 revolvers. I had 9mm pistols. I had derringers. I had all kinds of knives. I had, so I had loads of guns. Anybody.
Teenage girls ran him out of Howard Beach. They were teenage girls, man. They weren't even dudes. He didn't get ran out of Howard Beach by guys. They were fucking teenage girls ran him out of Howard Beach. That's how tough Genie Boy is. He got fucking ran out of Howard Beach by some girls. You could hear him yelling in the background. Look. Here, I got a picture of it. Right here. Here's Genie in Howard Beach with his white Porsche. There's his friend Rubio Jr. up there. These guys, I'm telling you, they're living on a different fucking planet.
That knew me. If you open that closet, I probably had about 20, 25 guns at a time in there. We had a couple of grenades that I kept. I didn't really like keeping the grenades around for a long time because I was worried about a detonate by your fault or something.
No, yeah, that's you could get them for like $200. But I wouldn't want them.
But
unless you're using it that day.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hold it either, because it could go off.
I mean, listen, I used every weapon there was. 3 guys pulled guns on me in 101st Avenue another time. I think Charlie Fisher is very aware of this for guys that know who Charlie is. And
I even used a garrote and nunchucks, I whipped out a garrote and killed Georgie Grasso, and then he came back to life, and I pulled nunchucks out and I killed him again.
They pulled a gun on me. I told them I'm sorry after they got back in the car. I pulled around, I made a U-turn, and I smashed their car about, 20 times with my car, and I got out and batted them. So
Oh, and they had a gun on them at the time. You just said that they pulled a gun on you. He just said that they pulled a gun on him. Did you hear that shit? And he did a U-E, came back around, smashed into their car, and baseball batted them. Where'd the gun go that he said they had?
had derringers. I had all kinds of knives. I had, so I had loads of guns. Anybody that knew me, if you open that closet, I probably had about 20, 25 guns at a time in there. We had a couple of grenades that I kept. I didn't really like keeping the grenades around for a long time because I was worried about a detonate by a fault or something.
No, yeah, that's you could get them for like $200. But I wouldn't want them.
But
unless you're using it that day.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hold it either, because it could go off.
I mean, listen, I used every weapon there was. 3 guys pulled guns on me in 101st Avenue another time. I think Charlie Fish is very aware of this, for guys that know who Charlie is. And they pulled a gun on me. I told them I'm sorry after they got back in the car. I pulled around, I made a U-turn, and I smashed their car about, I don't know.
So he said that they pulled a gun on him on 101st Street, right? Said he turned around, did a U-turn in his car, came back and smashed into him. Listen to what he says.
20 times with my car, and I got out and batted them. So anybody that, I could go into the history of violence nonstop of what all these guys I piped, the other kid on Rockaway Beach that everybody knew about that I really didn't want to do.
Oh, there was guys. Here, I'll pull an A-light. Nighttime, but don't worry about it. What the fuck? These people, man, they're crazy. They're fucking crazy. Lost their minds.
That guy, he actually forced that with Gene Foster. I really hurt him bad. And he was a young kid at the time. It's, people ask me, what do you regret? That's got to be one of them, because it was over nonsense. And it wasn't my call, to hurt him or not hurt him. Guys like Patty Catalano's kid, Jeff, when I destroyed him. Him, I enjoyed hurting because he was another typical my daddy name, calling and telling us who his father was. So I wanted to hurt him at that time. Now, obviously I wish I didn't do a lot of this stuff. But so the people that are out there, and I can continue with those. I walked into a bar and Michael Finnerty was testified to that. I think he was a kid at the time, about 16, when I asked him to drive me. I walked in and I put a fisher's knife through a guy's leg. He was a boss of a biker, group in those days. So listen, it was what it was, and the kids that are following now watch some of the stuff I do now about men empowering men. Or, some of the positive stuff I talk about.
They tried to kill me twice. One time in my house with a machine gun.
That's too bad they missed. That's really too bad. I'm really sorry to hear that.
My bedroom, a rival, MAC-10, put it all through my windows, through my bedroom area. And then they tried to kill me on the Jackie Robinson. They missed me and shot my friend through the neck. Yeah.
Okay. You ended up doing 5.5 years.
Right.
Now that you're out, do you still consider yourself a gangster?
Hold on, before he answers, hold on. Bruno, what's going on? How are you? Thanks for joining me. Buffalo Bill. John, what's going on? Mike, how are you? Ellie, what's going on? Miles. We got a lot of people in the house today. But I'm just a nobody, right? Now I'm still a nobody, but you will know my name, whether you like me or hate me. And listen, I get it. I used to hate me as well. I used to hate the person I was, but I love who I am now, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. And really, people that talk, it's a reason why they're talking. I'm doing something right.
No. I know. I mean, by heart, I'm still a tough guy. I know that, I'm not scared of nobody, but I'm not in the crime world no more. I'm done.
Sure about that, Jeannie? Are you sure?
Warn you, but I'm gonna fix it. I did this to the door. Warn you, but I'm gonna fix it. I pushed the door in. 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 I did this to the door. Yes, I pushed the door in.
And this car is paying for these women?
Yeah.
Paying for these women?
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Where are they from again?
You're crazy.
It's fucking see-through. It's like skin. It's just like better. Fucking see-through. It's like skin. It's just like.
Oh my god!
If you want to see the unedited version of all these videos, join my Rumble. I'm going to be dropping some exclusive, crazy content over there that I can't drop over here. And I'm going to be dropping content every single day. So make sure you guys go join my Rumble. And if you want to donate towards the toy drive, you can hit up my Cash App. It's Chattin with Staxx. Or you can hit up Venmo, PayPal, Super Stickers, Super Chats. All that stuff. There's a whole bunch of different ways that you can donate. And if you're in the area, you're in Connecticut, you can drop the toys off at Brian's Angels, if that's the way you want to do it, or we'll figure something out. But I really appreciate all you guys. I got a few more minutes. Just trying to handle something real quick. Tonight we got Christina Christine Faria. I always butcher her name, but shout out to Christine. Tonight, you guys don't want to miss this one. It's a really good one.
Hey, what's up, Christine Faria, 125.
Faria, I was right.
Hey, what's up, Christine Faria, 125-pound bare knuckle champion. I'm chatting with Staxx.
I'm gonna play. I'm gonna give you guys a little taste of that real quick. I'll drop the Cash App in the chat. I'm gonna play a clip from the interview. I'm gonna show you guys a couple clips. Fuck it, right? Shout out to Tommy Stiggs Social Club. He's got some really good content. Go check him out. Go check out Craig Gatto. Go check out Tony Cuts. All good guys. There are some good guys out there, and there's a lot of trash. But you got to sift your way through the bullshit. And don't forget the Randy Couture interview. The rest of it's going to be coming very soon. I'm going to drop that really.
What's up, everybody? This is Randy Couture, and I'm chatting with Staxx.
Let's take a look at a clip from Christine's interview.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen them after the fight, and they look like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Look, that was a great fight.
Yeah, I'm there to make sure you never want to get back in there with me again. That's the point of this. My point is to be the most devastating and the greatest of all time. So I'm going there to put you down. This is my last fight. I have one cut. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I've been cut one time in my career and my lip one time because when I very first started bare knuckle, I had a bigger mouthpiece. And if you have a bigger mouthpiece in bare knuckle and it sticks out, if your lip presses against it from a punch, it's going to split it open because it's like cutting, like smashing it. So you have to get really thinner ones, really durable ones, but thinner that go higher up on the mouth and don't pierce your lip because it'll cut you easier. So I've had, as a teenager and all that, I didn't have like, oh, I want to be this, I want to be that. I didn't know. I just, when I got myself out of trouble, went to college. I went to college because my stepfather was a network engineer. So I went for, computers and then be a network engineer. I was like, oh, okay, I don't like this. Then I went to accounting. I was like, okay, because it was all corporate. I went to accounting. I was like, okay, yeah, this is definitely not what I want to do. And then I went business and I was like, okay, let me broaden it and make business. Let me learn business.
So that interview is dropping tonight. It's a really good one. I'll tell you the time right now. I got a lot of good content on the way. 9 o'clock. That interview's dropping at 9 o'clock. And we got a lot of good things in the future. Tasty fighter for real. You should see the fight that the last one that she had. I think it was the last one she had. The girl was begging to leave the ring. She was begging. Like, no, no more, no more, no more. She wanted it to stop. Right when she started feeling those blows, she was like, boo, boo, boo. She was tagging her up. It's insane. I've seen her fight. She fights like a dude. Yeah, but I asked her them questions. I asked her because I heard there were people were talking and saying that she called out a guy to fight in the ring, like some real shit. Like she wanted to fight a guy. I heard that. So I asked her about it. And she explains on the interview on what happened. So, and we talk about what I asked her, what do you think about transgender fighters entering that sport? And she gave me a really good answer. So you don't want to miss it. That one's dropping at 9 o'clock. And there's a lot more to come. We still got to go over these guys.
Calling us and asking us to do a show. So this is going to be our first week at answering everybody that asked us to do shows, from the guys that have contacts from prison, from the streets, our friends, fans, and I just want to introduce ourselves. I'm Johnny and Gene show, and I'm Johnny A-Light.
Why does Gene's lips keep doing that? Fucking weird, right? But anyway, if you guys like this type of content, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like this content, too fucking bad, start your own podcast. And remember, don't be a bitch.